Brian Hicks just made a shocking claim and says Trump created a secret retirement fund, and he says he'll show you how to cash in quickly. In total, he claims $12 trillion in wealth will be unlocked, which is equal to 3 NVIDIAs. In this video, I reveal the stock being pitched so you don't have to buy Brian's newsletter. No paid or proprietary info is given away in this video, and it's all guesswork based on clues and a publicly available sales presentation. Before we do anything, let's look at Brian's track record. In May 2024, Brian recommended Bitcoin miner Mara Holdings, and the stock is down overall. He recommended the VanEck Junior Gold Miners ETF in March 2025, and this has done well since. Also in March 2025, Brian recommended Bill Gates-backed ASP Isotopes, and this stock has done really well, and has more than doubled in months. Brian recommended Northern Dynasty Minerals, a gold miner located in Alaska back in April 2025, and this stock has been very volatile. At one point it doubled and then quickly crashed. Let's look at the new teaser from Hicks now and figure out what he's saying. The headline reads, "Urgent. Funds have already been filed for approval with the SEC. It'll be the biggest dividend in history. The newly created Trump Secret Retirement Fund is about to pay out $1 trillion. Here's how to be first in line to collect checks immediately." Before we move on, I just want to point out how unethical the marketing for this presentation is, and how it's probably illegal. One of the companies that pioneered this kind of outrageous financial marketing was Agora Publishing. One of their presentations that got them fined millions was built around the idea of a Congress's secret $1.17 trillion giveaway. According to the FTC, they falsely promised to show people how to claim hundreds of thousands of dollars through so-called congressional checks, or Republican checks. If you read the headline of this new teaser, you'd probably assume the government is handing out free cash, just like the presentation that got Agora fined millions. But the government is not handing out cash, and what Hicks is recommending has nothing to do with the government. This teaser comes from Angel Publishing, which employs people who used to work at Agora, so they have to know they're skating dangerously close to illegal marketing tactics with this presentation. Overall, in my opinion, it's just an unethical way to sell. Eventually, Brian transitions you away from the idea of getting money directly from the government and says, "But here's the thing, you don't have to wait to start getting paid." Some Americans are already seeing potential payouts of up to $21,307 before Trump's fund even launches. How? By tapping into one of the same income streams that will power Trump's fund, allowing everyday Americans to start collecting payouts right now. And I should know because I'm one of them. Hicks then spends time talking about a sovereign wealth fund that he says is being created by Trump. The idea is that he would sell off federal lands and tax the minerals and oil produced from them, with the money then redistributed to Americans and used to fund the government. Hicks keeps claiming there's enough here to eliminate taxes, but that's highly unlikely. And Hicks is pitching a way to profit from this future wealth fund by pitching companies that will benefit from the sale of federal lands. Here's how Hicks explains it. The first payouts are coming. Will you be first in line? The biggest dividend in American history could arrive any day now. But here's the thing. This isn't just about waiting for the first payout. Smart investors are already cashing in right now, before Trump's sovereign wealth fund is fully rolled out. How? By tapping into one of the very same income streams that will power Trump's fund, allowing everyday Americans to start collecting steady, passive payouts immediately. As America's hidden wealth is unlocked, massive profit opportunities are emerging. And one of the fastest and easiest ways to get in? American oil and gas royalties, a passive income stream that has made America's wealthiest families millions for generations. These American oil and gas royalty checks come from companies you rarely hear about, the ones moving oil from the fields to refineries and ultimately to your local gas station. You don't drill for oil. You don't hire workers or buy expensive machinery. You don't have to deal with fluctuating oil prices. Instead, you simply collect a cut of the revenue, month after month. And according to Hicks, gas royalties are better than regular stocks. He claims you could have turned $1,000 into over $46,000 if you invested in this gas royalty company in 2000, which is 7 times better than an investment in Exxon. And here's the specific clues Brian leaves for us to figure out the stock. The number one oil and gas royalty checks play in America. At the center of this opportunity is a company that owns 13,000 miles worth of pipelines across America, transports a massive percentage of U.S. oil and natural gas output, generates consistent high-yield cash payouts to investors. Over the past 12 months, this company has raked in $11.1 billion in revenues, and it just raised its dividend to a whopping 7.24% annual yield. What's more, it's raised this dividend every single year for the last decade. I'm going to reveal the stock in 15 seconds, but before I do that, I want to remind you to sign up for my free report on the top 10 stocks to buy and hold forever. This report comes with no gimmicks, no get-rich-quick nonsense, just solid long-term investments you can actually feel confident owning. Click the link in the description to get your copy right now. The stock being pitched here is MPLXLP, ticker MPLX. Here's everything you need to know about investing in this company, and after I'll tell you if I'd buy. MPLX LP is a master limited partnership formed by Marathon Petroleum in 2012. The company operates through two core business segments: crude oil and products logistics, which includes pipelines, terminals, storage, and transportation assets, and natural gas and NGL services, which cover gathering, processing, and fractionation. Its asset footprint spans a nationwide midstream network with particularly strong positions in key U.S. shale regions such as the Permian, Marcellus, Utica, and Bakken. In recent strategic developments, MPLX completed several significant actions in 2025. In the second quarter, the partnership priced a $4.5 billion transaction senior notes offering on August 7th and announced the acquisition of Northwind Midstream on July 31st, a move aimed at enhancing its Permian Basin natural gas and NGL operations. Earlier in the year, first quarter results highlighted net income of $1.126 billion and adjusted EBITDA of $1.757 billion, supported by the $715 million acquisition of the remaining interest in Bengal LLC, which expanded its NGL pipeline network. Overall, MPLX remains focused on maintaining capital discipline while targeting mid-single-digit EBITDA growth to sustain and grow unit holder distributions. MPLX has delivered a one-year total return of 28% and an impressive 359% total return over the past 5 years, reflecting both unit price appreciation and reinvested distributions. Its most recent quarterly distribution was $0.9565 per unit, payable on August 15, 2025. This payout highlights the steady growth trajectory of the partnership's distributions, which have increased from $0.775 in 2023 to $0.95 in 2025. MPLX maintains a solid balance sheet, with a distribution coverage ratio of 1.5 times, providing a comfortable buffer for its quarterly payouts. The partnership's debt-to-EBITDA ratio stands at 3.3 times, reflecting a moderate leverage position relative to peers in the midstream sector. In August 2025, MPLX further strengthened its capital structure with the issuance of $4.5 billion in senior notes, supporting both ongoing operations and growth initiatives. MPLX offers several investment highlights that make it attractive to income-focused investors. The partnership generates stable, fee-based cash flows backed by long-term contracts, and it continues to pursue growth-driven expansions in key regions such as the Permian and Marcellus. Its consistent track record of growing distributions, supported by coverage above 1 times, further underscores its reliability as an income vehicle. At the same time, investors should weigh the risks. MPLX carries relatively high leverage at around 3.3 times, which makes it sensitive to changes in interest rates. Its master limited partnership structure also introduces tax complexities, including the use of Schedule K-1 forms and potential UBTI issues in retirement accounts. Finally, the company operates in a sector facing increasing regulatory and policy pressures tied to the long-term energy transition. So what do I think? MPLX has been one of the strongest performing midstream natural gas companies over the past 5 years. Its consistent growth, driven by long-term contracts and stable cash flows, has rewarded shareholders with both price appreciation and generous distributions. That success, however, has pushed the stock into slightly overvalued territory compared to some of its peers. Among the major pipeline and transportation operators, MPLX now trades at the higher end of valuation multiples, which is something investors should keep in mind if they're looking for a bargain. One of the most attractive features of MPLX is its dividend, which sits just under 8%. This payout is not only sizable but also well covered by the company's cash flows. Even if the stock's price appreciation slows compared to its last 5 years, reinvesting those dividends has the potential to generate long-term returns that could still outperform the broader market. From a sector standpoint, I continue to like natural gas infrastructure stocks. The U.S. continues to rely heavily on natural gas for power generation, heating, and as a bridge fuel in the energy transition. Royalty companies, pipeline operators, and midstream partnerships all offer different. Before you go, don't forget to grab my free report. The 10 stocks I believe you can buy today and hold forever. It's packed with solid long-term picks you won't hear hyped up anywhere else. Just click the link in the description, enter your email, and I'll send it straight to you. And if you like the idea of investing in companies that will benefit from the sale of federal land, take a look at this video from Whitney Tilson. He's recommending 3 stocks to benefit from this.